Have you ever felt like being in the here and now is too much? If you have been suffering from trauma and if you have been stuck in functional freeze when the nervous system is in hypoarousal, it's likely you have dissociated at one point or another. Dissociation comes in many forms. In its healthy form, it's simply taking a break while being on autopilot, for example driving from A to B on a known path. In its more mild and severe forms, it can be depersonalization or derealization, or dissociative identity disorder, DID. Depersonalization is when you're out of your body. You are seeing yourself from the ceiling, to give an example. Derealization is when your environment dissolves and it feels like you're not living in your environment anymore. Whereas depersonalization and derealization are more of the mild forms of dissociation, DID is the more severe form. In DID, the brain splits the personality from one to many. In IFS language, there is a self with a capital S, with parts, exiles, managers, and firefighters. That is the person that suffered the abuse. And then there are other selves, again with a capital S, each with their own parts, exiles, managers, and firefighters, known as alters. We can also experience dissociative amnesia, where we seem to forget what happened moments ago and remain dumbfounded as to why we cannot remember, as it all feels foggy. While trauma is a subjective experience, it is well known that dissociation goes from mild to severe based on the frequency and intensity of the abuse and the age at which it happens. In all cases, dissociation represents the wisdom of the body protecting us from not being able to survive the experiences we are going through. It's what saved us in childhood, and now our body uses to protect us even if it's no longer serving us in a healthy way. When our nervous system gets overwhelmed and feels threatened, it will go into sympathetic, fight or flight, or into parasympathetic dorsal vagal, freeze or shutdown. As children, we are 100% dependent on our caregivers. If the source of safety is also the source of danger, our bodies kick in to protect us. So what happens when a child is abused, neglected, and or abandoned? Well, the child can't fight, they can't flee, so they freeze and thus dissociate. Dissociation is not a conscious decision, it's the nervous system deciding for us. It happens automatically, in a subconscious manner. It takes place when being in the present moment will threaten our life, and we neurocept and interocept that we don't have the resources to deal with the threat. So what can we do about it? Well, it starts by taking small steps into being more present, done only when we are in a safe environment. If you are still in a threatening environment like in domestic violence, then it's not recommended due to lack of safety and the risk of getting re-traumatized. In somatic experiencing, a body-based trauma modality invented by Dr. Peter Levine, the Saiban model, sensations, imagery, beliefs, affect, and meaning, works by employing titration and pendulation into the treatment plan. It's important to titrate and to pendulate as the nervous system may handle only a little at a time. In somatic experiencing, the goal is to take a neutral or positive memory in the body, for example a sensation, be mindful with it, and then dip into a trauma body memory, thus undoing the overcoupling or undercoupling, allowing the brain, mind, and body to file away the memories in a coherent way. When working in small steps, we're ensuring we are not overwhelming the body, and thus, over time, with consistency, the body learns that it's safe to be more and more present, leading to the releasing of the trauma energy, widening the window of tolerance, becoming mindful, and being able to live in the here and now. We may feel like something is wrong with us after dissociating, though in the end it is just the wisdom of our body doing what it knows best, keeping us safe. With the right trauma therapy modality and a good trauma therapist, we can learn to remain more in the present and less dissociated. Thank you for listening. If you appreciate this episode, please give a like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps a ton. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next episode.